Lailash here. Thank you for joining me. Good to see you again. If you
Thank you,
have
Elena.
yeah. If you've got any questions about migration, visas, what visa is right for you, I have got about 40 something questions here that you guys have been sending in and requesting this live. So I'm gonna go through some unless you guys want to drop a couple of questions in the chat here. But all right, cool. Let's start from the number one. There we go. What visa do I need for foreigners and other requirements? Would you like to?
So it depends on what is your main purpose to come to Australia itself. So if you are looking to come as a tourist, then we have subclass 600 visa, 601 visa, and all like ETA visa as well. So it really depends what is your main purpose to visit Australia, right? If you want to come for work visa, maybe 482 visa, 407 visa, or 400 visa can be the option. But it really depends. Please narrow down your questions so that I can answer the exact answer for your questions.
Yeah, spot on. So give us as much context as we can so Lailash can answer exactly. So we need to know how old you are, what country that you're coming from, and potentially what your background is. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, great. All right, Gray has asked, I have no family in Perth and I'm moving there next month from New Zealand. Can I stay as a backpacker? Absolutely. A lot of people do that because you don't have to pay for rent when you're not there. You can just go stay at the backpackers, very cheap, and then go do FIFO and yeah, just get cashed up. A lot of people do that, or even FIFO from Bali. So yeah, 100%. Right, I have a master's degree in construction management and I'm still looking for a job. No name, what state are you in and what licenses and qualifications besides the master's do you have? And also like on the floor experience. Let us know as much info as we can. Good, thanks. Who, how are you? Okay, right. I'm just going to go through some of these questions because there is a lot, I'm talking.
Sure.
All right, number one, how long ballpark does the visa application process take from start to finish?
So it might take around 1 week to maximum 3 to 4 months. And for the visa approval itself, it might be from day one after you lose your visa, up to 4-5 months or even 18 months, depending upon which visa you are applying.
Wow.
But for the ballpark for subclass 482 visa, if you are located in or if your employee is located in regional area, they are quite fast within 28 days. If we imagine we submitted all the documents on time.
Yeah, perfect. Are there any countries where they just go, yep, no worries, here you go, like shelling out visas like that? Or yeah.
For employee sponsor visa, it really depends about the employer rather than the visa applicant itself.
Yeah,
and there's a good news for working holiday 417 applicants. The visa application, they normally process it within 28 days. So most of our guys are eligible for working holiday 417 visa, so they can go for that.
Yep. All right. Perfect. Abdul, if you need a job, like need specifics, what job, where are you located, licenses and qualifications that you've got, like all that sort of stuff. Okay. Vatican, is it possible to pay when you get a job and start working? Pay for what? Like that's the question. Bearded Baron, seeking a FIFO job, live in Brisbane, have a white card and a truck license. I would suggest get in contact with us if you need help, because yeah, it's like baking a cake. It's a recipe, and if you follow the recipe, it works every single time. That's why we basically started this career consultation division. Righto. Chris has asked, if I have a working holiday visa and have been going in FIFO work 3 times in a row, can I apply for a permanent resident? Good question.
Okay, for the permanent residents, there are a few options. There is general skill migration option, in which you need to get the point test system. So the minimum point is 65 for all visa category in terms of general skill migration. Another option is you can go through the 482 visa or 494 visa, depending upon your skills and occupation. The last one is Another last one is through your study and everything. You can go through the student visa and then go for GSM visa.
Yep, fantastic. Thanks, Malone. Malone has just asked. He lives in Ghana, has 8 years of experience operating a dump truck. So, what would be your advice for Malone specifically to potentially come over here, and what visa would he need?
So potentially he will be eligible for the truck driver in Dama region, especially for Pilbara
Yep.
and South Australia. So in that Dama region, if he can find the employer who can sponsor him, so from there we can go lodge the Dama and do the endorsement and apply for the visa.
Yep, fantastic. Thank you for that. Abdul's asked or stated he's an electrician and he's got a certificate as well. However, he's overseas. What is the process for somebody getting their qualifications swapped over to Australian standards when they do get to Australia?
They don't need to swap over the Australian qualification if they have already got the qualification. They need the work experience of at least 3 years, and what they can do is apply for skill assessment through TRA, and they will automatically give them the provisional skill assessment, from which they can come here and apply for jobs, and they can start working. And once they complete their 1 year of work experience, they can apply for the full skill assessment.
Yep, fantastic. That's awesome. Okay, we get that question so much. I'm just like, I don't know. So yeah, sorry, Tech, what's your question? We've got a lot of questions running in here. So like you might have to ask.
For electrician, there is the specific licensing requirement, right? So it's don't go for RPL because for the licensing, it might not work with the RPL for electrician. So it's better to go through the electrician skill assessment and get the provisional skill assessment done, and then go for work.
Yep. And let's say, can he do that in any state of Australia?
Yes, he can.
Okay, fantastic. All right, we've got another one. Who's here saying, I'm a dump truck operator in Kuwait? I guess it would kind of be very similar. Is that right?
Yes, same Dama in Pilbara region.
All right, fantastic. He's 55 though. How is that going to make a difference?
Okay, for 55 years old, it's very hard because there is age requirement and everything. So I think it's not feasible to pursue that option.
All right, sorry for the bad news there with that one. Okay, Masters in Construction Management. We've got No Name here. Like, tell us about the construction industry right now, Lilash, because it is going off, isn't it? So people are very easily able to get a job in the mining industry.
So if you have Masters in Construction Management, I need to understand if your qualification is Australian qualification. If that is an Australian qualification, what you can do is, if you have already studied AutoCAD and everything, you can apply for civil construction draft person, right? And get the skill assessment done and lodge your EOI. Currently, the invitation round, in the last invitation round, the invitation was around 70 points. So you can go for civil construction draft person and apply for your PR on EOI.
Yep, fantastic. So I'm assuming you just answered that question where the Masters in Construction, currently non-TR, based in Sydney, that one?
Yep.
Yep, okay, fantastic. Yeah, hey John, how you going? All right, if you guys need our email, it's up in the link in my bio, so you can just go in there. It's info@winwin.com.au, and remember it's a 1 instead of an I. Sorry, that's probably backwards, but yeah, you can definitely contact us, or you can get in contact with Lilash. Make sure you follow him as well for more information. His channel is extremely helpful when it comes to everything to do with migration. Righto, goal 2025. How do I apply for a visa? I live in PNG.
So there are 7 or 8 Pacific islands for whom they can apply for Palm visa. Make sure you go to Palm scheme and apply through that visa. It's much more easier for you guys to come to Australia from the Palm visa. It's straight away working visa, but unfortunately there are no employees in the Palm scheme who are working under the mining industry. But however, if you want to land here, Palm scheme is the best option for you.
Yeah, explain the Palm visa a little bit more because we hear this thrown around, and we've got a lot of people who are going to be watching this from PNG, so very applicable for them.
So for the countries like PNG, Fiji, Tuvalu, these countries, what there is a bilateral treaty with the government. So in the PALM scheme, there are certain list of employers who are looking for the employees overseas in these Pacific nations. What you can do is there are specific departments in each of these countries who looks after this PALM scheme. You need to contact them,
Yes,
and you need to go through their website and contact them. And there are specific representative who will help you to get job as well as the visa.
perfect. Ashley's just asked about student visas and working in Australia on a student visa. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, you can work in Australia with your student visa. However, there is a work restriction. So
Thanks.
technic yeah, technically you can only work 48 hours fortnightly if your classes are in session, and you can work full time if you have holidays.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thanks so much for that, guys. We'd love for you to double tap the screen so we can like pump this out even further. If you've got any questions, drop them in the chat. Either about how to get a mining job in general, I can help you out with that, or anything to do with migration. I've got my guest here, so yeah, 100%. He can answer any questions on that. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to read this. What if you know of family individuals who has a misdemeanor criminal conviction? Yeah, it really is just going to depend on the conviction. So some of them companies don't care about. Some of them are really, it depends on, let's say if you're going into a gold job or like where it's, gold, or you have to be out, let's say in a driller's offsider role with a small confined group of people for a long period of time, then companies can be very, very picky on any sort of convictions that you might have. If it's just little ones like traffic infringement convictions, they don't care. So even though some of them I've seen like a massive laundry list of convictions and people still get jobs. So it really just depends. I would probably suggest come and have a chat with us so we can actually have a look at exactly what the convictions are and advise you, because yeah, some of them you can get expunged, I think it's called. And but yeah, it just depends on the severity and also how long ago it was and how many you've got. If you've got obviously like 10 of the same thing, then that's a big red flag for employers. Hopefully that helps.
And in terms of visa, you need to pass the character test. You might not get the visa if you have a conviction. So please keep in mind of that.
Yep, definitely. Thank you. All right, I've got Elizabeth here. What are my visa options if I don't have an employer as a truck driver or a Moxie operator or a dumpy? Visa options. Okay, that's going to depend upon, I believe, and Lilash, you can obviously take over from here. I'll shut up. But your age, what you've been doing for work, and also what job it is that you want. Would that be accurate? Where are you located right now, Elizabeth? I'm just trying to stalk you here.
And the employer reason as well, like where the employer is located. If your employer is located in the Dama region, the Dama is the regional region where government has specified there is the skill shortage of truck drivers. There
Yeah.
only you can apply.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Ashley's come back with as well. Can I use my student visa to work in the mines? Honestly, I've never seen it done. I'd suggest probably no, because there are so many restrictions on the time or the amount of hours that you could work. Lailash, can you back me up on that?
Yes. So for the student visa, you will only have 48 hours work right during your during your class seasons. However, you can work full time for when you have a holiday period, right? So you have like if you go for the semester wise system, maybe during the from November onwards to March till around March, you have like full length of work rights depending upon the university you enrolled. So you may apply on that period. However, I'm not sure like if they are taking part-timers in the FIFO or mining industry.
No, definitely not. Especially those roles you're looking at potentially doing 84 hours a week. So that just pretty much wipes that out. Actually, I'd say generally not. You're going to have to finish your studies and then potentially look at getting a mining job, which we can help out with Danny, okay, I'm struggling to get my foot in the door. I've done one swing as an RC offsider. Are you in Perth? And by the way, I'll just chuck it out there as well. With one of our clients at the moment, they're looking for drillers offsiders. So if you are in Perth, you've got full working rights in Australia, and you've got your HR driver's license and a police certificate, and you want a drillers offsider role, then get in contact with us. Send us your resume to recruitment@winwin.com.au. Remember, it's a 1 instead of an I right there. Yeah, because we're looking to fill these roles right now. So, Danny, that could be perfect for you if you're in Perth. You've got your Australian, sorry, I'm just trying to go through. Okay, we've got, sorry if I messed this up, so pious, sorry. Okay, can I apply for a visa without the PALM scheme option if I have the funds to pay for the visa?
Yes, you can apply for all the visa as well. So it depends on your eligibility. We can check your eligibility if you can book the consultation with us. There are different visas, like there are more than 100 visas that you can apply. But the major question is, will that be approved or will you be granted a visa? So we need to check your eligibility first on which visa category you can apply for or which visa is you are eligible for.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. And I would just say, there's a question here about getting an entry level 2 and 2 roster. That is like the golden goose of trying to get that one. So it's hard to get. So what I'd suggest is get in contact with us, because again, it's going to depend on what you have been doing for work and how you set yourself up. There's obviously the male or female factor. Again, not that I'm saying that there's male or female jobs in the mines, but it can help, definitely. So it just depends. All right. Okay. Explain the DAMA visa.
It's
What is
DAMA.
that? Oh, DAMA.
DAMA.
Sorry.
Yep.
Did you just answer that? Sorry, I'm trying to multitask.
So there are different ways to sponsor you in regards to the employer, right? So first one is standard business sponsorship, where you have the CSO list and specialist skill list, right? So if your occupation lies on those lists, you can go for SBS, like your employer will sponsor you under SBS. Now, if you talk about, let's suppose, I'll give you an example. There is no shortage of truck driver in Sydney, so you will not be eligible to apply for truck drivers in Sydney from SBS standard, right? And what government has done is there are different regions in Australia itself. There is Orana region, there is Pilbara region, there is South Australia DAMA region. So in this area, if your employer is situated in this area, what they can do is they can sponsor you through the DAMA program. Now, there are lots of things in DAMA program. DAMA program has the age concession, English concession, then the salary concession. So all these factor includes, and there are some certain occupations like truck drivers, cafe and restaurant manager. For those DAMA reason, those occupation are applicable. So we can apply your 482 visa through DAMA for these occupation with lots of concessions.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, how many Kiwis work in the mines? Shitloads. Hey, Steve, how you going? To put it simply. All right, I've just got a question here about, hang on. Oh, God, sorry. Sachin Govender 423 has asked, South African passport hold, living in the UAE, what would be the process for an application? Oh, hey, Stephen, how are you? Balash, over to you.
Hi, Sasi. All the visa processing for all the countries is almost same, except some of the countries which like which are eligible for working holiday 417. Rest all over, like all world, all countries are same. The visa application process is same. You need to meet all the requirements. You need to be eligible for the visa category that you are applying. So it's basically the same. There is no different approach for South African or even UAE national to come to Australia. It's same.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for that. Sorry, if you can see any of these questions, just go for it. I'm just trying to multitask, not very good at that.
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Hey, Bravo, how are you? Alrighty. I just saw one Danny just re-answered. I think Danny, oh, hang on, let me see where that is. All right, yes, we do. In our career consultation division, we do everything from resumes, interview preparation sessions. We work with you, the candidates, to help you get what you want. So if you need help with that, get in touch with us, info@winwin.com.au. Thanks, Dinesh, much appreciated. Okay,
Dinesh
got
is
this
actually
one.
my client, you know.
Hey,
Dinesh is actually my client.
is he? Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Well done, Dinesh. Okay, Shannon
Yeah.
Mills. I'm from Melbourne with an HR, truck, excavator, forklift, and roller tickets. Where do I go? If I was you, I would go to Perth, and this is where I say to everyone, if you want the best opportunity to actually get your foot in the mining industry, if you're in Australia or New Zealand, move to Perth or to Queensland, to Brisbane. They are where the majority of the work is. And most employers will not hire you from somewhere like Melbourne or Canberra to actually come in and work in Perth. So yeah, it just depends. Okay, Danny, sorry, I just saw that. I'm a female from New Zealand. I'm sitting at the airport about to fly home to New Zealand. Oh no. Okay, what state are you in? Are you in Perth? Like, if you're in Perth, get in contact with us immediately. In fact, either DM me, but no, don't DM me. There's about God knows how many DMs in there. I will send you my email address right now and send me your resume immediately, because although I suppose if you've already bought your flight, then you're probably on your way home. Okay, sorry. All right, next question. Lalash, can you see some of these? Help me.
I heard from someone that lives in Australia to get visa better. I turn 35 or price goes up. So the price doesn't go up typically, but your chances of getting and the visa category that you can apply can diminish significantly. For example, if you are above 35 years old, you may not be eligible for subclass 485 visa. So that's how it works. And for the GSM visa, if you are if your age is higher than 32 years old, your points get deducted by 5 points. So it depends. So it's not like the price goes up, but the eligibility criteria, you may not meet the eligibility criteria.
Yeah. So get in if you are young, if you are under 30 or under, now is your opportunity. The older that you get, the less chances that you've got of getting a visa over here. So it just makes it harder. Gloria, I am in Perth and I have working rights, but my experience 22 years as an educator lecturer, 100%. We've got so many people who are educators, jobs as dump truck operators, utilities, even drillers off-siders. So it really just depends on your licenses and qualifications, what sort of a job that you want, how old you are as well. So obviously 22 years of experience as an educator is sorry, I'm just trying to stalk you at the moment. But yeah, definitely just get in contact with us. We can help you in. Steve, how you going? Thanks, Steve. Stephen for the rose, much appreciated. Okay, as a greenie, what would you advise to get started licenses and qualifications for the work life? Oh, that was that one. Okay, as a greenie, depends again. Let's say if I was young, if I was young, fit, and I wanted to get cashed up as quickly as possible, I would be looking for work as a driller's offsider. You can get paid up to 140, 150, to sometimes 160,000 for an entry level job. Some of them do 2 and 2. Most of them are longer rosters because you might be let's say out in the middle of nowhere for a long period of time. So it just really depends. And you don't need many licenses or qualifications. You need an HR driver's license, white card, police certificate, first aid. That's it. Simple. That's what I would do if I started out again. Okay. Yeah, so Gloria, get in contact with us because there's a ton of different ways in, but it's just going to depend on what licenses and qualifications that you've got. Thanks, Danny. I can see your resume here. I'll have a look after this live. Okay, if you can change it. All right, I'll tell you what. Lalash, you continue. I'm going to have a look at Danny's resume while we're live on this.
Bravo. Hi, Bravo. How are you? So, how's my visa? So, I have already told you in regards to your visa. I don't want to put it over here in the live. So, if you need any help, you can contact me back through my email. I can change it to fly in. I can change it to fly out at 2:30, 23:30 tonight. Okay.
Okay.
I have my QLD short fire license, never appointed as a short fire. I'm in Queensland. Should I reach out? That's the question for you, Elena.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Get in contact with us, info@winmin.com.au. All right, let me have a look.
Is it possible to live in Melbourne and fly over work?
Danny, are you in Perth right now? Can I just ask? I can see your resume, and yeah, obviously we're having the Wellington. Sorry, I shouldn't shut up. Having the New Zealand details on there is not going to be advantageous, but having that RC experience, literally, we could send you to one of our clients But I'd suggest even having the RC experience as the off-sider is going to be needed to be put on this immediately, or else he's just going to go no deal at all. That's what I'd suggest. Send me some more. Shoot me another email, Danny, and just say, like, tell me, are you in Perth or somewhere else? Because that's going to play a big. Or just let me know in this chat, actually. Okay, Shannon, is it possible to live in Melbourne and fly over for work? Generally not if you're going in for an entry-level job. I think you had the truck driver's license and excavator experience. Do you have the excavator experience? And what have you been doing? Have you been doing any civils, or is it just like local work on the smaller excavators? That will be the depending factor. Shannon, let me know about that, and then we can have a look. Wood chip. Water cart operator is the best job on site, without a doubt. That was my favorite job for sure. You need your HR driver's license in most cases. Okay, you're at the Perth airport. All right, let me have a look. Can you shoot me another email, Danny? Right, give me as much details as you can. Do you have a Perth address that you could use? I could send this on right now, but yeah, I'd probably have to do a real big job talking about what you've been doing as an offsider currently. Sorry, I'm really not good at doing two things at once. Okay, Lailash, help me.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, what's your best advice for someone who wants to join the industry based in Philippines? First, you need to get your visa done. Then you can come here. Most of the employers are looking for the applicant onshore rather than offshore, because most of the time they want immediately start. I do have one job right now in Oranadama region for cafe and restaurant manager, and hotel and motel manager, and waiter as well. So if you are interested, you can send us the CV to Elena, and I can have a look on that.
Yep, send it to me, alana@winwin.com.au. Camille is our moderator. Thank you, Camille, is about to drop my email address. In fact, no, maybe that's a bad idea. Next minute. Okay, let's AJ. I have a manual car license. Can I apply as a driller's offsider? Generally, you're going to need the HRB. So the HR, like obviously manual equivalent, because some of those trucks are manual. Do you have also your white card, police certificate, and first aid? If you do, then that would give you a better shot. And some companies are paying for HR driver's licenses these days, which is incredible to me because there are so many people chasing these jobs. Do you have full working rights? Where are you located as well? If you're in Perth, you've got a way better chance. Thank you, Daddy. Yeah, if you are looking for a driller's offsider role and you're in Perth right now with an HR driver's license, a white card and a police certificate, send me your resume directly because one of our clients is looking to hire immediately for this role. So we can push you forward.
Is there any vacancies in the boat building industry?
Not that I know. That's not an industry that we work with. What about you? Do you know?
No, I don't have anyone. Any of those.
All right, thanks for sending that, Shannon. Yeah, I have 1.5 experience with all using 1.5 to 10 ton excavator daily, non-union sites. All right, obviously are you doing like location services and stuff like that, or is it like more civil stuff, like loading trucks, doing maybe like, residential pads and stuff like that? If so, again, get in contact with us. We can definitely help you in. With your experience, that might be applicable to some companies overlooking your location. But yeah, generally for somebody in Melbourne, they just go, nah, flight delays, all those issues. Thank you, Gloria, much appreciated.
Yes, okay. How do I apply for a job in the boat building industry? Okay, build your CV, go to sig.com.au or indeed.com.au, search for the boat builders job, and then start applying. That's how.
Yeah.
You do it.
Sorry, keep talking.
It's straightforward. Become 21st member on the team. Thank you, Daddy. Are there admin and managerial position available from the Gloria?
Yes, basically. I mean, they've always got you always have a supervisor, superintendent, manager. Just really, really, really depends. Okay, Damo, do you have friends and family in Perth? That might be a potential way to get you in. So that's what I would say. Which is in June. Oh, sorry. I just saw half of the message there, John. Okay, is it true a visa costs a lot of money past 35? Oh, okay. Hang on.
We have already answered that question.
Yeah, sorry. It's just down the bottom for some reason. Do I qualify if I'm in PNG? For what? And it just depends on what you want. So, yeah, I have somebody interested in working but have a criminal record. Will that stop them? Again, it just depends on how bad the conviction is. how like how long ago it was, etc., etc. So yeah, all good, John. No worries. All right, I'm going to keep going through some of these
Yeah,
questions.
for
Yeah,
John, the visa cost it doesn't go up. Basically, what happens is the chances of your eligibility criteria will go down. For example, if you are 35, the point for 30 there is 30 points for the GSM visa, which is we normally get from age. If you are in the age range from 25 to 32, you'll get 30 points, and if you are above that, you'll get only 25 points. So you have less points. And for example, if you are applying for subclass 485 visa, then you are not eligible for 485 visa for if you are above 35 years old. So the eligibility requirement changes when your age is higher.
yeah. Sorry, you just keep talking like that.
And what driller offsider do? They work in a mine. Elena will give you more insight to that. If I have no experience in mining industry, will it be minus factor? I don't think so. For the for the admin role, it should be fine. Can I get anything from construction company? Love more rice. Can you please provide us more details? What are you looking for? Because uh, in Australia right now there is a shortage of construction workers. They are looking for electrician, plumbers, tilers, roofers, bricklayers, and you can get sponsored for here in those occupations. Hi, I'm from Kenya. How can I get the FIFO job? To get the FIFO job, you need to get the visa first if you are from Kenya. Uh, hi, hi, do you have mining maintenance fitters? Answer to that's the question to Elena. Good morning,
Sorry.
dear madam. Good morning. If I have a HR truck license and security background and maintenance, what are my chances? For the work, I guess you have a good chances. Elena will enlighten you on that later. With my background in education, are there any jobs for me in Perth mining?
Yeah. Hey, Gloria, 100%. Yeah, like I just mentioned before, we've worked with heaps of people who are like teachers, education assistants, got them jobs from every element, like dump truck operators with BHP, utility roles, like admin jobs. It just really depends. What I'd suggest for anyone who's watching right now, actually come and have a chat with us individually. We do 20-minute career consultations where we get into exactly your situation. We do a resume analysis. We say, okay, look, this is how we'd advise the path that you go down to achieve your goals. These are the different options. This is what you need. Here's where to get it, etc., etc. Okay, Shannon, can you do an electrical apprenticeship in the mines? Yes, absolutely, 100%. They're done all the time. Some of the portion of it, though, is actually done in town. So I think you're in Melbourne, so that would be a bit of a challenge right there. But I know a lot of the apprenticeships, they do all of the the initial training in the classrooms in town before they actually give you any site experience. So yeah, hopefully that helps. You can
Yep.
literally shoot if anyone. There's a link in my by the way, if you're not doing it already, make sure that you're following myself if you're not already, and Lilash. We've got a ton of content to help get you employed. In my stand store, there in my bio, there are links where you can contact Lilash. There are links where you can contact us,
Yep.
book in for a consultation. Everything. Yeah, so hopefully that helps.
Stella, hello from South Africa. Working holiday visa is not an option. What's your advice for the fastest route? So you can apply for 408 visa if you are eligible, or 400 visa if you have highly skilled. If you are highly skilled, and if you can find the sponsors, that would
Yeah.
be the fastest option. Please, I'm a plumber from in Ghana. I want to join FIFO in the Australia. So you need to get the for plumber, you need to have a skill assessment because the plumbing in Ghana can be entirely different from Australia. So get your skill assessment done first, and then we can talk about the visa option. Is it possible to work in mines if I apply through the PALM scheme? I don't think that is possible. However, you can find if there is any on hire employer who are working with the mining industry, and you can go from that route for PALM scheme.
Yeah. All right, Shannon. How do I go about starting it? So to get an electrical apprenticeship, the best place to look is on seek.com.au. Have a look to see what's out because these, especially the big mining companies, they roll them out a couple of times a year, depending on obviously economic circumstances. So one of the best places that you can go to is a place like Google this right now. MEGT. They have apprenticeships and traineeships Australia wide. You might actually be able to do one from Melbourne. And when you get the qualification, bang, it's so easy to get, including from Melbourne, a job within the Australian, the WA mines or even in Queensland as well. Okay, what's your first point of contact? Yeah, sorry, Shannon, exactly what I just said. Get onto MEGT, 100%. Hustle, already in Norseman. How can I apply for a mining job? What job do you want? What licenses and qualifications do you have? Is your resume applicant tracking system compliant? Best place to look is Seek or get in contact with us, info@winwin.com.au. We can assist you to get in.
Right. If you're from the Pacific Island, is it possible to apply for a visa for FIFO job? So FIFO job and the visa is two separate things. So you cannot apply for the visa just to come and work for FIFO job until and unless you are called or you are invited by the company itself and you are a highly skilled worker.
There we go.
I'm in Qatar and I have a electrician certificate. Okay, if you have an work experience and all the certificate, you can go for the skill assessment and apply for the either 482 visa or GSM visas. So you have a good chance. Please make sure that you meet the English requirement, which is at least 6 in IELTS or PT equivalent.
Yeah, Danny, can you send me what licenses and qualifications, like what driver's license? Do you have a police cert, a white card, first aid, anything like that? Can you just shoot me that in an email, please? Okay, bricklayer, painters, tiler, plasterer, driving license for all construction vehicles. Which visa?
So
that's from Lovemore.
So you can go for either GSM visa or employer-sponsored visa in these categories.
Okay, perfect.
It's not for construction vehicle, but it's for the construction industry.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Let's have a look at this. I've got a Spirit 75. I've got a security background and HR license and maintenance. You've got a lot of options there. Just depends on which way that you want to go and where you're located and the quickest way in. Again, the simplest way, because I mean, I've got like that sparks off to me so many different questions like where are you located? What state are you living in? What job do you want? Give me like more context on the maintenance jobs that you've been doing. Do you like what are the licenses and qualifications? So the easiest way is to come and have a chat with us where we can have a look at your specific situation and go, right, this is what you need. These are your options. This is going to pay you this. These are the employers that I would go with if I was you. So you can earn as much money as possible. No worries, Shannon. Hopefully that helps. I'm looking for sponsorship with plumbing work. I think you just answered that. Hey, Lailash?
Yes. I need to look like where are you from and where are you currently located, and if you are eligible for plumbing sponsorship or not.
Perfect.
For consultation, can I use my phone to do the consult or laptop? You can use either. As long as you have a as long as you have a good internet connection, should be fine for both.
Yeah, so with ours, generally we do them on Zoom, WhatsApp, like just every phone calls, whatever's easiest. So it just depends. I'm pretty sure you do the same, hey?
Yeah, I use all the mediums.
Yeah, perfect. All right, you can get in contact with us, info@winwin.com.au. Make sure you're following me or myself and Lailash. We both have a ton of content on our TikTok channels to help get you employed. How can you get an invite? Did you have a look at that one, Lailash, Usman Salah?
Just give me a second. Usman Salah, how did you get it? Is that from Tema?
Gambia.
How do you get? I think it's from Tema. How do you get invited, right? That's the question. Okay, so for the invitation, you need to meet the point test, and if for the 189 visa category, if you are talking about 189 visa category, you need to wait for the invitation from the government itself, and for the 190 or 491, you can wait the invitation from the state and territory.
Thanks, John. It's my color. Yeah. All right, cool. How can I get experience for the mining industry? I've got all the tickets, but I want experience. Riley, what job are you wanting? Because yeah, that's like, what tickets have you got? Where are you located? There's so many different like questions that come up. Thanks, John. Okay, how can I get experience? Like some of the best ways to get in, and we've found as well, some candidates will work locally on different civil projects. Then when they get experience on the like machinery, like even rollers, water carts, loaders, stuff like that, then they'll go into the mining industry. Just depends on what you've been doing, what tickets that you've got, and I guess what sort of like specific job that you want. Because in the mining industry, it's not just dump trucks and graders and loaders and stuff like that. There's so many different jobs like dewatering, like even maintenance jobs, etc. So yeah, so okay, cool. Thanks, Danny. Let me have a look.
Okay, like and share.
Okay.
I'm from Gambia and I'm a driver. So, okay, for the driver occupation, there is only possibility is Dama getting sponsored through the employer who are located in Dama region. That's all we can do. Do you need a driver, please? Osman, yes, they are looking for the drivers. However, it's very hard to get into the driving industry if you are offshore already.
Hey, Danny, is that an HR license? Sorry, I'm just trying to.
I have 10 years experience in plumbing work, SNR dynamic. So you may be eligible to go through the skill assessment process with GRA. If you need help, you can contact us.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Thanks, Danny. Let me just wait. Just give me a couple of minutes when we jump off this, and then what I'll do is I'll send everything that you've sent me onto our guy. I'll see if he can pull some strings. I don't know whether the MR will get it over the line because they specifically need the HR, but I'll see what I can do, and we'll see if we can get you some answers quicker before you fly out. Okay, Riley. Oh, great. I'm located in Queensland, have roller, articulated and rigid ticket, want to do haul truck. Super easy. Like the best pathway is just to get into civil or just get onto, obviously having the rigid ticket, you could potentially jump onto a dump truck. If you've got no experience, you're going to have to go into a traineeship or use a two-step plan and get experience in town, or then get out to site. So it just really depends, or go straight up to the traineeships. The only problem with the traineeships is you're competing with half of Australia, so it can be hard to get into. Okay. Hey, Charles, how you going? Charles. Mining maintenance fitter from New Zealand. Oh, really? Is that fixed plant? If it's HD, mate, you walk into work, including from New Zealand. Anyone who's an HD fitter, if you're in New Zealand or even worldwide, companies are so likely to take you on because they cannot get enough HD fitters. So get in contact with us, info@winwin.com.au. Okay. Alex, oh God, sorry, these comments are going. Alex has asked, I have tickets for Moxie and roller trucks. What salary can I expect? It really just depends on whether on the roster, the site, whether it's construction or production. There are a lot of different variations on this. Even what state that you're living in. WA pays different from Queensland. WA pays more, and that's because there's like so many more opportunities. So they've got a very small window and pool of candidates, so they pay more. Thanks, Neil. Much appreciated. Really depends. I'd probably say as an average, you're walking into 110 plus. Depending on, again, the roster, construction or production, civil, so many options, so many different factors there. Hopefully that works. All right, don't cry, Daddy. It's all good. I'll see what I can do in 10 minutes.
How to apply entry-level job from Fiji, currently a truck driver? From Neil.
So, what was that? Are you looking at Neil's one?
Yep. How to apply entry-level job from Fiji, currently a truck driver? So, basically, you can apply through SIC. However, you need a visa to come here. And first, maybe you can go through the PALM scheme for Fiji national. You might have the truck driving occupation listed there, or employer who are looking for the truck driver. That would be much more easier pathway for you.
Lalash, can you go over that one there? Sorry if I butcher this. Salsa Lily. How can I apply for a chef by profession? They are in Fiji currently, and let's just talk about chefs as well and the requirements because they are so sought after in the mines.
So first thing I need to understand, which country are you from, if there is a requirement of mandatory skill assessment or not. You can go for 186 482 visa and 186 visa, as well as 491 and 191 visa as well.
Yeah. What state are you living in there? Unit 2207. If you're in Queensland, we have an RTO that we recommend. They're called PM Squared. They do every ticket under the sun, including confined space, working at heights, gas tests, atmospheres, everything. So yeah, I'll get in contact with those guys. I'll just drop it in this chat here and respond to your thing here. Just contact these guys, ask for Paul or Pam. They will, yeah. I'm always like, look, just hook these guys up. Just, yeah, get their tickets swapped over way quicker. All right, if you're in Kenyan, you've worked in the cruise industry as a bartender, you're going to have to move. So if you are, you're going to need the visa and you're going to have to move before anybody would even look at you for one of the jobs, especially like a utility role, like working in the bar. They can get people like that off the street. So I shouldn't say that, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, fees in Queensland, want to try housekeeping, have experience. Fee should be really easy to get in. If your resume is ATS compliant, bang, you walk straight in, because they are screaming for utilities, housekeepers, kitchen hands, logistics to go onto that utility banner. So if you need help with any of that, get in contact with us 100%. We can help you in. Okay. Can you go on that Stu's an HD fitter, UK citizen, currently on a working holiday visa in New Zealand, but looking to move to Oz. What is the best advice that you would give Stu there, Lalash?
If you meet the age requirement for Australian working holiday visa, you can directly come to Australia and then start working as a HD fitter job.
Awesome. Guys, if you want to get in contact with Lalash, up in my stand store, there's a link. You can book directly with him. Make sure that you're following this channel and his channel. He is why we any migration questions, we get him on to do these. Hence why we're doing it today, because he is the best in the business. Okay.
SNR Dynamic, you can get my contact info from Elena itself. You can go to her store and then you can get it from there. I really need a job. I mean, I have the chance to work in warehouse or store place. I don't think that it's possible for you as long as you are overseas. So it might be hard for you to go and get the job in Australia. Do FIFO companies accept working holiday for HD fitter? Yes, they do accept, because you have a full working right. What they need is a full working right and people who can work.
Yep, and they are screaming for HD fitters. It depends on what machinery that you've been working on, but yes, Stu, get in contact with us. Seriously, anyone who's an HD fitter, even in New Zealand, they walk straight into work. So yeah, do that. Hey, Kano, how you going? Long time no see. Right, guys, we've got 4 minutes left. I'll just keep going through these questions that we haven't even been really able to get to. Oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my thing's doing some weird puzzle thing. Okay, hopefully that worked. All right, let's go on to another one. Let's go through a brief. What are the steps involved to get a working holiday visa?
So you need to be a citizen from certain countries, specific countries. You need to have at least $5,000 Australian dollar in your bank account, and you have completed your high school qualification. Next thing is you need to meet the health and character requirement, and maybe you can get the insurance as well. That's all.
There you go. Perfect. I'm just responding to Razor right now. Hi, I've got an MC license, no restrictions. What else can I do to gain a road train position in the mining industry? Do you have experience operating the road trains besides getting the qualification? That's what I'd be asking. If you do, you walk straight into a job. Again, it's all about having an applicant tracking system compliant resume. We can help out with that. If you don't have the actual experience operating the road trains, you're going to potentially have to look at companies like Cube, where you can actually get a traineeship. If you've got the experience though, bang, your resume is the gatekeeper to actually being able to get a job. Does depend on what location that you're in as well though, Razor. That's why we say come have a chat with us. We can definitely get you in. That's what we do. Right. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry.
I want to move to Australia from New Zealand and get HR license and apply for truck operator role, but have no experience. If you are New Zealand citizen, you can directly come to Australia with the subclass 444 visa and start work in your industry. In regards to the work experience truck operator, I think if you have a license, you can get the job.
Yeah, definitely. So it depends on what you've been doing as well. So you get an HR license. What we'd suggest is before, okay, and this is for anyone, especially if you are a Kiwi, right? If you are looking at coming over to Australia to try to get your foot in the door to a mining job, get in contact with us first, because there is a step-by-step guide of exactly what you need to do to be successful so you don't come over here. And I've seen a couple of people who are about to fly back home because they cannot get a job, or they're having issues with that because they're doing the wrong thing, or their money is going down really, really fast. You need to do things in order. We don't want you wasting time or money getting licenses and tickets that you don't even need, or like, whatever, pissing about and then just like at the last minute go, I need to go home. We don't want you to do that. Get in contact with us at info@winwin.com.au. We can create a plan to get you in fast. Okay, sorry for rambling. Okay, JF28. Do we cater for freight logistics? We don't have any clients who do, but we can literally get anyone any job ever, which is why we kind of have the two divisions of the business. So yeah, if you need help, get in contact with us. Like, too easy, Jay. No worries. I love to work in the mining in Australia, and it's my passion to work and improve my experience. That's fantastic, senior dynamic. That's the spirit. Okay, it's actually 1 o'clock. Lailash, do you need to go now, or can I ask you another
Yes,
question?
I need to go. I have another appointment, so I'll be going.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, guys. Yep.
Thanks for jumping on today. Thanks for joining this live, guys. We're actually going to be doing another one, myself and one of my team members, tomorrow at the same time. So midday Perth time, or 2 o'clock Queensland time, 3 o'clock New South Wales time. Get in contact with us. Cassandra, what I'd suggest is, Camille, can you just drop, thank you, Sue, can you just drop our email address one more time in my stand store? Make sure you're following myself and Lailash. My stand store, you can get to both of us. Other than that, see you on the live tomorrow. And I've got a video right now in my TikTok channel where if you want any questions answered, I will do it in a video for you over the next couple of days. So, 1 p.m. Queensland time. Well done. Thanks, Danny. Give me a couple of minutes and I'll get to you. I might even just give you a call. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Lailash. Have a great rest of your afternoon, guys.
Have a good one. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.